3, 2, 1, go. Shift kit is on point. Yep. So I think we're going to call it 11 seconds. That's, I mean, I don't need to add up the numbers and average them, but. So 11 seconds is going to be our beforehand 0 to 60. So now let's get her in there and tear it apart and see what she do afterwards. Oh man, that's yeah. It's a death trap.
Yeah, it's sketchy.
Just that's This is going to be 0 to 60, take 2. 2, 1, go. We did it 3 times last time. That's not good. That's slower. 1377. We'll give it one more time. Kind of bogs a little bit. It's so hot in here it kind of burns my eyeballs. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. On this episode, we're back in Wyoming and we're gonna try and fix Dad's OBS 460 truck. That we previously made slower. You guys kind of let me have it in the comments a little bit, and you know, fairly so. On Stumpy, push down on the hood a little bit, move the lever over, and then lift it up. There you go. So this is my dad's minty low mile 96. Yep.
Where is, oh, up there.
96 F250 four-wheel drive super cab short box. Very nice. It only has like 88,000 miles on it, or 85. So in a previous episode, we installed EFI guys, or 460 EFI guys kit. It removes the whole upper snakehead, upper plenum intake chingus and replaces it with a carb style throttle body and an open air cleaner. It's supposed to give you all the more horsepowers and mileage. So far, it didn't do that. So it's lean. That's the theory, that it's too lean. So in this episode, we have parts to fix that, and maybe to fix your OBS 460 truck with its leanness at wide open throttle. Is leanness? With its lean wide open throttle issue. So let's go do a before drive and come back, swap parts, and we'll go do an after and see if we did any good this time. As nice as you would think it is. Feel that 460 torque. Oh, yeah. Previously, we installed that kit, and a lot of you guys kind of let me have it because you're like, oh, hot air kills horsepower. You know, you're sucking a bunch of hot air. That's true, it does. Hot air does kill horsepower, but I previously put a throttle body fuel injection on my 77 F-150 Bruce that I had. I'll put a link. I don't know which way you're looking at. Would it be over here? I'll put a link right up here for those videos. And I didn't quite cover that in those videos, but I had the opportunity to monitor intake air temperature right at the throttle body with that setup. And I can tell you on that truck, as soon as you're moving over about 5 miles an hour, it does not care about hot underhood air. If you're stopped at a stoplight on a hot day, yeah, the intake air temps get really hot, like 120 degrees, I think I saw. But as soon as you are moving down the road about more than 5 miles an hour, your intake air temperature is going to be the same as ambient. So there's that. I have tested that myself. And the reason that is because on a truck you have a big open engine bay with a lot of holes in it. You got a lot of air coming in through the grill and around the headlights, and it can go out the fender wells. So yes, once you're moving, it doesn't really care. Okay, so we're giving this another try today because it's a lot hotter, so we can't just compare our last times because it's way hotter today than it was. So we're gonna do 3 0 to 60 runs and we'll average them. And then we're gonna go correct the lean issue and then do 3 runs again and see how it does. If you like old body style Ford pickup stuff, and especially 460 stuff, this is only the beginning, people. 2, 1, go. Yep, it still lays over in second. Got 13, almost 14 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. About 14 seconds today, just under 14 seconds. So let's take it back, correct the lean issue, and try her again. And if you want to know how we know how to fix the lean issue, it's because we bought an old body style truck, didn't we, Bryce?
Yes.
A couple months ago. So now we have our own, and we're going to take a different route with hopping that one up, and we're going to see what that gets us. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be revealed either the next episode or the one after, so it's coming up soon. Okay, this is what we have to correct our issue, and this is an adjustable fuel pressure regulator from late model restoration. That's a Mustang place because this is a Mustang fuel pressure regulator. So oddly enough, the 460 takes the same one. So this is an adjustable fuel pressure regulator for a 94 to 98 Mustang, I believe. And what I did was I ordered 2 of them. I put one on my old body style truck already, and I set the fuel pressure with my gauge. Now, on my truck, I've already installed an air-fuel ratio gauge, a wideband air-fuel ratio gauge. So I set the fuel pressure so that it has a good wide open air-fuel ratio, which when I first started messing with it, it's like 14 to 15 stock, which is too lean. And my truck is totally stock. It doesn't have this intake set up on it or anything. My truck just has some exhaust work done to it is all. And so I've adjusted it until I have about 13 to 1, which high 12s would probably be a little bit better, but close enough for what we're doing now. So I found on my truck a wide open air-fuel ratio of 13 to 1. I achieved that with about 45 PSI of pressure with the regulator vacuum disconnected, and that's stock was about 40. So if you're following along for your own science experiments, add about 5 PSI of pressure. So let's get the fuel pressure relieved and this guy put on. So fuel pressure regulator is here. That's what we're going to replace. But first, we're going to open the relay box. This second relay right here should be the fuel pump. So what we're going to do, what we're going to do is go ahead and pop that guy out. We're going to just stay where you're at. We're going to try to start the truck. It should just cough and fart and maybe start for a second. That's probably good. We're going to try to do this without taking the air cleaner off. So vacuum hose comes off. And then we just take an Allen wrench We're stuffing a rag under there to catch any fuel spillage. I've got the bolts out, which are just these two little Allen head guys. So this is very hot, so we're gonna grab it with the channel locks and just wiggle her out of it. Oh boy, that's a lot of fuel spillage. Oh, wow. She had some residual pressure on her. Don't do that. That was a geyser. Did you get some in your mouth?
Yes.
That's fine. It's good for you. Okay. So there's the stock regulator. And here is the new one. I already lubed up the O-rings and the little rubber seal right there. If your original one has this seal, make sure you don't double up on it, which ours does not. There's, as you can see, nothing there now. The big nozzle goes in the big hole. And then we're gonna kind of push her down, get her started, and start a bolt. I would let this cool down more before we do this, but it's so hot today that I don't think it's gonna. Okay, new fuel pressure regulator is all cinched down. I'm gonna put the fuel pump relay back in, and we're gonna turn the key on and check for leaks. Okay, go ahead, Bryce.
Like that?
Nope, one more. Yep, right there. Okay, turn it off and back on. Can you video that for me? This up about 38. Yeah. So 38 back to connected. 45, 46. This video is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Because we are hot and sweaty as, aren't we, Roni? Roni's got a Gatorade, huh? Because it is hot and sweaty as. We're trying to hurry and get this done. So after you set that, you just push the vacuum line on over the adjuster as you would a stock one, and really it looks stock. So hopefully this corrects the issue. If not, I'm calling this thing junk and saying that you shouldn't get it. So we might end up taking it back off. I'm thoroughly unimpressed, as I said in the other video, with the EGR setup. I'm guessing most people just ditch that, but anyway, I'll put a link up here to the install. Most of you that are watching this have probably seen that, and you're wanting to see how this turns out. So now that we have enough fuel, let's put this back together and see what we got. I did have to go ahead and pull the air cleaner off to get at the Schrader valve, which is where you hook your fuel pressure gauge to set it. Okay, let's get in the AC for a little bit and go for a test drive. Give me shut the lid. There you go, installed. So the off-idle throttle response definitely feels better than my old body style 460 truck since I've put some miles on mine, but we'll see if it's really any faster now. So here is test B, 45 psi of fuel pressure. green bogs and if it's any faster. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well,
it's about the same as it was last time.
Oh, right.
Let's go again. It still bogs in when it shifts into second gear, it still lays over. Which is weird because I know on my truck that the higher fuel pressure gave us a good air-fuel ratio. Because I have an Innovate LC1 wideband on that truck. And we'll show you that in a future episode. But today we're just trying to see if it fixes this thing. 3, 2, 1, go. I would say that's within the margin of human error. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
For something that's supposed to increase your power and all that stuff without any kind of tuning needed, which we now have stepped into the realm of tuning because we're adjusting fuel pressure. EFI guys, throttle body kit for the 460, 2 thumbs down. Now, since I now have one of these trucks, I've been in talks with somebody who knows what they're doing. I'm most likely going to be working with them on my truck, and they're basically saying that you went at it the wrong way with this kit. So they're saying that the upper plenum and stuff on the intake is not the restriction, it's more so the exhaust, which I knew, and I did suggest to my dad that we do headers and a full exhaust, because I know that's where most of the power is at on these. But he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to do headers and stuff because of previous bad experiences with cheap headers, and actually the headers for these trucks are really freaking expensive. So anyway, on my truck, I'm going to leave all that upper intake stuff alone, and we're going to go a different route, which you'll see if you stay tuned to the channel. So make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell so you get notifications. Just to put a punctuation mark on how slow Dad's truck is, we are now going to 0 to 60 test our 2010 Ford Flex, which is the 3.5 NA all-wheel drive version. Are we clear? Okay. So here we go. Got nobody coming. Let's try to just do it once and do it right. We'll do it once going that way, once coming back. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, $6.5 grand. $10 seconds. Like 3 seconds faster. Oh my goodness. 3, 2, 1, go. There's a little bit of a delay. That's that whole drive-by-wire throttle.
But still, it's faster.
12. Yep, it's faster. So this thing will spank Grandpa's big block truck. That's just sad. I did think that his truck had 373 gears, but I crawled under it real quick before we left, and the axle tag on the front axle says 410, which is what my truck has. So really they should be pretty even. If not, his truck should be a little faster because it's a short bed and mine's a long bed. Anyway, more testing to come. This was a big fat disappointment. Don't do it. Okay, we just picked up Big Red. Bryce is taking us to the entrance. Don't worry, it's private property. And we couldn't leave you hanging on a bad note, so we're gonna do 0 to 60 with my truck, Big Red.
Not with me.
Not with him. We're gonna switch over. Okay, so we're now in my old body style 460 pickup. It is identical to Dad's truck, other than it's a 97, so it's a year newer. And so as far as from the factory, the only differences are it's a 97, it's a year newer, and it is a long bed, super cab long bed, 4-wheel drive. Same engine, same trans, same gear ratio. It does have different size tires because mine has the stock pizza cutters and Dad has big old 33 1250s. So I'm pretty sure that this thing's gonna wax Dad's truck. So we're waiting for a car to go by and we're gonna do 3 runs. 3, 2, 1, go. Dad's truck doesn't do that.
Even with the burnout.
Guess what? Still faster. That thing freaking laid rubber. So we'll do another one because there was probably gravel on the tires and a little dust from the dirt, and the tires should be heated up now. So here we go again. If it spins, I'll try to feather it and not spin. 3, 2, 1, go. So, yes, we're back in Montana, but just to note, same altitude as where Dad's truck is, and we waited until the afternoon because it's hot as, it's upper 90s right now, which is what it was when we tested Dad's truck. So this thing definitely, if it spins, I'm gonna try again, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, let's try it again, and I'm gonna try to just ease into it. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so obviously this truck has a lot more nuts than my dad's truck does, so if that doesn't show that that EFI Guys throttle body kit is a bad mod, I don't know what does. Like I said, these trucks are identical. Oh, my truck has almost 140,000 miles on it, so there's that. But yeah, Dad's truck was always, didn't seem to have the power it should, so there's that though. So it's gonna have to come up to the CPR Ford garage for some more testing and trying to figure out what's going on. But anyway, yeah, this truck, this engine is bone stock, and it will wax my dad's truck with the EFI Guys kit. So no, I can't recommend it. I think the best case scenario that you come out with that kit is that you put it on and your truck runs the exact same, not any faster. Because if that's not the restriction, you're not gaining anything by putting it on. I think the best you can hope for is to not lose anything. So in a future episode, you're gonna see this truck and what we're doing to it to make it my new tow rig, and you're gonna see hopefully us finally figuring out how to fix Dad's truck. So thanks for watching, see you on the next one.